Yo, what's good, YouTube? This is Jay from T&J. And make sure you hit that like button. We're back for more Harvard Legacy Mode here on College Hoops. And let's just get you caught up. I haven't released an episode in a while. I just haven't been having time to play these games, but I'm finally getting back into it. So you're going to see a lot more coming at you in bunches. So let's just get you caught up here. So we are in kind of the middle of our schedule. We're looking at the top teams in the NCAA right now. Kansas is always going to be up there, and you see that we're not even close. There's actually a couple teams up there. Fordham and Utah State, actually top 25 teams. That's kind of surprising. So let's move on to our conference standings here. We are sitting here at 9-9, 2-3 in conference. And we're actually not the worst team. NC State is actually below us, but North Carolina is on top. So just remember that AJ Starr is hurt, and he got hurt last episode for an extended period of time. So we are going to be without him for about a month. But just looking at the rest of our leaders, Deshaun Falkering is basically leading us in his absence, as he's our leading rebounder, and he might be actually, our leading scorer going forward. So taking a quick look at recruiting, Michael Hughes, Jamal Showers, and Patrick Ngonu are our top recruits this year. Remember, we do have a commit already in Austin Barron, so it's going to be good to get a couple of other guys. Hopefully we do get them, and we're in a tight race for those recruits. So we do end up kind of moving forward a little bit, but we get blown out by Virginia, 97-62. I mean, this game wasn't even close. You see Falkering led the way for us, and that leads us into this game versus Syracuse, and we are at home, and they're a pretty good team, and we got to kind of get it together because this conference play is going to be tough, especially with us not being a great school. But here we go. We're on at home, actually, and playing up against a Syracuse team who plays all zone. I mean, they play all zone defense, so we're going to have to exploit that. So here is Syracuse starting out this game. There is Falkering on the rebound. Braden Sexton pushing it up, and that's going to be the first bucket of the game by the freshman Jamil Aziz, getting the and one, and he makes it a 4-4 game. So now here is Falkering on the rebound, passing it to Braden Sexton. Braden Sexton swinging it over to Kali. Over to Aziz, and that's a three, and he's got the first points of the game for Harvard. So now here is Kali off of the missed three. In transition, there is Andrews, a shooting guard. He's got an easy lay in, and they take the early lead here. And once again, here's another steal, and Andrews can't come up with that one. And we get the rebound as Braden Sexton passes it up, and that's laid up and in by Jamal Patterson, the sophomore. And we take the 1-point lead. So here's Patterson in transition again. He's getting another easy bucket as we have the early 3-point lead here in the first half. But now on the next possession, here's a steal once again, and Jamal Patterson lays it up. So now we get an early 5-point lead. So now in a 16-10 game, here's Connor, the center, getting it inside. That's kind of been our weakness, our inside defense, as he gets an easy 2 points. So on the ensuing rebound, here's Connor in a 12-16 game, passing it up to Hansen, and look at Braden Sexton going up for the block. And man, I love Braden Sexton. He does it all. He can shoot, he plays defense, he can pass, he does everything you need. So now in a 16-14 game after the steal, here is Craigle taking it inside after a transition bucket that time, and he's making it a tie game on that one. So they do eventually take the 2-point lead. Here is Syracuse on the inside. That's Connor on the rebound, as we got to kind of recruit some inside guys. Falkering can't do it all. We do have Leonidas off the bench, but he's just kind of tall. He's not the greatest defender, and I gave him some playing time, but it seems like they'd still exploit him a little bit. He's not the greatest defender. He's just really tall. He's over 7 feet. But we do need some size. And speaking of size, there is Sexton driving inside on the transition dunk, and he's getting the dunk and making it a 2-point game. Here he is driving it inside this time again, and he's got 4 points. So now as this first half winds down, here is Lee in the post getting a nice little baby hook. I love his offensive game. And here is Sexton once again on a steal, passing it inside to Collie, and what a sequence there. We love to have these great sequences at the end of the first half. That's kind of our strong suit. We actually end the first half really strong in every single game, as there we play some good defense to prevent the 3, and we end up taking the 4-point lead at the end of this half. And that's a pretty good start to this game, because obviously Syracuse is rated better than us. They did shoot better than us, 41%, but we had those steals and we turned them into buckets, and we're actually leading them in rebounds 20-11. So looking at the stats at the half, Falconry actually has 10 rebounds. That's actually helping us out quite a bit, and it's probably the reason we have the lead. And Connor on the other side, he has 8 points and 5 rebounds. So here is Hansen here to start out the second half, driving the lane. He's getting 2 and bringing the game within 2. So here he is at the line here, down 1. And here's Connor getting the rebound. He's putting it back up for the putback dunk. And now they take the 1-point lead. So now in a 30-29 game, here is Hansen running in transition, getting it over to Andrews. Andrews with the open 3, and he's hitting it in just like that. Our lead disappears, and we're now down by 6. So here's Lang on the open 3, and that's actually going to be goaltending. Why did Falkring jump up and get that one? He could have just let it be an air ball. But we do come back out on the next possession. Here's Aziz hitting a 3. Here he is on the left wing, dishing it over to Lovingood eventually. Lovingood's going to take it in. He's going to lay it up and in off the backboard, and we're getting that lead back down to just 4. So here's Jamal Patterson off of the rebound. Aziz passing it up to Juice Harrison. Harrison's going to lay it up and in off of the pump fake, and he's got 2 points, but we're within 3 points now. So here's Hansen, 9 minutes left in the second half, passing it inside, and man, they are just killing us on the inside, as Hansen's got 5 assists. So here's Hansen in transition, laying it up into Andrews, and Andrews is laying it up and in, and he's got 9 points. So now here's Falkring on the inside after a easy bucket. He misses that one, and they're running in transition. Here's Maliva, and he's laying it up and in off the backboard. And here we go. We are down by 9 points. This has been a common theme so far this season. Here is Collie, though, bringing us back in with a big 3. He's only got 5 points, and he's actually been starting in the place of A.J. Starr. But here is Sexton. He's our guy we lean on late in games. He's driving it in and getting an easy 2, but there's Lovingood giving up an easy transition bucket after the steal, and we're back down by 8. So now in a 49-41 game, here's Jamal Patterson open for 3. He's hitting it, and he's got 11. He's in double digits, and this lead is down to 5. So here is Collie passing it inside to Connor, and Connor is just killing us this game. He's got 12, and those are all easy buckets. But here's Juice Harrison in transition. He's got nobody to stop him, and we are back down to 5. But here on the next possession, here is Lovingood in transition. 4 minutes left. Pass it up to Collie. He gets fouled going to the line, and he gets some of those points back. So now we're back down by 3 in transition. Passing up to Falkring. Falkring's going to lay it up and in. And now this lead is down to just 1. So now 3 minutes left here in the second half. Here is Sexton. Can't get past the defender, but he passes across the court to Jamil Aziz. He doesn't like that shot. Passes it inside to Leonidas. Leonidas out to Jamal Patterson. He hits the 3 and ties this game up at 53, and they need a timeout. So 2.5 minutes left. Here's Falkring getting the pass on the inside, and he's got a chance to take the lead, and he hits 1 of 2 free throws. So now 2 minutes left here. Here's Sexton driving in. He's getting fouled. So now we grab another free throw. He hits 1 of 2 as we got the 2-point lead now. So after playing some good defense, here is Sexton driving it inside, and he's laying it up and in traffic. And look at this crossover move to get inside, and look at him taking on the contact and laying that up. That could have been an and 1. So now with the 4-point lead, 1.5 minutes left in this game. Here's Hansen on the inside. He's going inside with the reverse layup, and he makes this a 2-point game. So now 17 seconds left. Trying to get one more bucket, landing up and in the Falkring, and he can't get it to go. So now this clock is running, 10 seconds left. Here's Andrews open on the three-point line. Don't want him to shoot that. He's dribbling, 4 seconds left. Passes it into Lang, and Lang's gonna hit it. And wow, he ties this game up at 57, and we have a second left on the clock. One last shot. Here's a pass to Braden Sexton, and he shoots it and makes it to win the game. What a clutch shot by the senior Braden Sexton, and that's going to be the first game winner of this series. What a shot. A man in his face, and that's a clutch shot and a big victory here in ACC play. And wow, what a game. We didn't think we had a chance in this game. It's Syracuse. I mean, come on now. I mean, I didn't think we had a shot, and we end up upsetting them at home. And what a big game from our leaders, Jamal Patterson and Braden Sexton. I mean, those guys really came up big, and Falkering actually had double-digit rebounds in the first half. That actually proved to be pretty big, as we needed that, and that actually propelled us in the second half to keep it going. And I actually loved the game from Braden Sexton. Look at this. I mean, he was in every category. He had 3 blocks as a point guard. That's huge. 3 steals as well, and he was assisting. He pretty much did everything for us as we go on to win this game, and this was a big victory. We did only shoot 37%. That's actually been pretty much our Achilles heel, 27% from 3, and we actually get lucky shooting that bad percentage, and we end up winning it. But we do end up moving on to more of conference games, and look at this. I mean, we lose the next game after the game winner by 14 to Louisville, as we didn't even have anybody doing anything in that game. But we have some bad news coming out of this game. Jamal Patterson is hurt, and on top of that, Joseph Lee. They both broke their toe. I don't know if they broke it together or what, but they are both out for the next month. So that is just causing us to pretty much go to desperate measures. I mean, we don't have really anybody to fill in for all 3 of these guys, including AJ Starr, and we go and lose versus Florida Gulf Coast. A bad loss that time, as it was 12 points, and we just can't find any buckets. We go and face Clemson, and they clobber us by 21 points. Look at this. Braden Sexton leads the way with 14 and 4 assists. Falkering has a double-double, 16 and 10, and we can't get the victory. But it gets worse. We end up going to Miami and losing by 11. So now we go on to play Virginia. Can we win this game? Nope, we can't. They put up 100 points on us, and it's like, man, we aren't finding any type of scoring to win games. I mean, Falkering is our leading scorer. He's got 19 in this game, and we just are missing AJ Starr and Jamal Patterson. So that brings us to the conference standings now. After these games, look at us. We're 3-8 in conference, and we're not even the worst team. Syracuse ends up going on a worse streak than us. They start out 1-11 in conference. They are having a terrible season. So we're now at 10-15 on the season, and we move on to play Virginia Tech as we go on the road. And maybe this is a kind of a relaxed game, because I mean, at this point we really have nothing to lose, and we're going up against a team that isn't on top of the conference, but they're actually a beatable team. So just looking at their leaders, Alexander Walker is probably their best player. He's 84 overall. He's their best rated. Then they have Roger Spalding, the senior forward. So they do have a couple of guys who can score. They're not the greatest team, 15 and 11, but maybe we can just upset them, get a good win, get some momentum, because we are on a 5-game losing streak. So now to start this game, here is Dorsey on the inside. He can't hit that one, but here is McClinton pushing the ball up the floor, getting it to Spalding for the first 2 points of the game, and Virginia Tech takes the early lead. So now with a 4-0 lead, here's a pass into Jamil Aziz. He gets the first bucket for Harvard in this game, and it's now 4-2. Here is Spalding on the miss, but here is the big man in the middle. I don't know how to say his last name, Koulibaly. I don't know how to say that, and he gets 2 points on that one. So here's Lionel Shorts. He's laying it off the backboard, and he makes it a 4-8 lead. But Virginia Tech starts out hot. They're getting a bunch of steals, a bunch of and ones, and here's another steal landed up and in is McClinton. Actually, McClinton gets that in as the assist, and there they go. They have the 13-4 lead to open this game, but here's Giordano on the fast break. He's laying it up and in and getting the and one from McClinton, and that's going to be an 8-point lead here for Virginia Tech. Here's Colley in transition. He's going to pull up for 3 and make it a 5-point game. But this lead is just, it's already pretty big as it is. We're still down by 7. There is Juice Harrison. He's getting the bucket there driving in the lane. But here is Colley driving inside. There's Leonidas on the rebound. And there we go. Now we're back in the game. And now it's a 3-point game. But now here is Giordano getting ripped on that one. Dobbins passing it up into Minter, and Minter's getting the easy bucket in transition as they take the 5-point lead. So Alexander Walker on the wing passing it around, and that's an open 3 by Dobbins. That may not have been open, but he hit it. So now here in an 8-point game, here is Tobias on the rebound. He's laying it up and in, and man, we are just not good at defending that offensive rebound. We cannot box out at all, and that's pretty much been killing us in these games. So now here is Giordano. He's driving in the lane. In a 9-point game, he's laying that one in and getting it down to just 7. But look at this, another offensive rebound there by Frisbee. He's off the bench too, and he gets the rebound. So that does eventually take us into halftime, and we're down by 9, and it doesn't even seem like it. I mean, we just aren't doing anything on offense. We don't have anybody to score. We're only shooting 37%. Look at this. They're shooting 34, and we're down by 9 points at half, and it's just a sad showing. I mean, they're not even shooting threes. But just looking at our numbers here, I mean, we're not really doing anything here. I mean, no real indicator that we're winning this game at all, which we're not. Nobody's really scoring any points. But we are playing good team basketball, but, I mean, we don't have any scores. So here in a 12-point game, here's Virginia Tech playing some defense to open up the half as McClinton in transition passes up to Alexander Walker. He lays that off of the backboard, and that was like from the free throw line. How did he get that one to go? So now in a 14-point game, here's Virginia Tech. We're just trying to get some buckets, and they're playing some D. Here's McClinton passing it inside to Spalding. And that's a major dunk on Lovingood. Wow. As he just got put on a poster. And, man, here we go. We are now down by 16 points. Another steal. McClinton in transition. Jamil Aziz has to foul him. But now they are up by almost 17 points here. Here is another pass inside and another easy bucket. McClinton's got 6 assists. And that guy is just finding everybody. Here is McClinton from the top, passing it to Alexander Walker. He's passing it inside. And another bucket as they are now up by 19. And we just do not recover from that deficit. And we lose this game by 20. I couldn't believe how much we just couldn't score in this game. I mean, they were playing good D. But, I mean, this isn't even a top-ranked defense. I mean, they just were... I don't know. I think we just couldn't score in this game. It was just one of those games where we just couldn't do anything. And Braden Sexton, I mean, he's our leader. He went 0 for 4 from the field in this one. He did make 6 free throws, but, you know, we need some scoring from somewhere. We got to get it from somewhere. We don't know where it's going to be. And I don't know what happened to Jamil Aziz in this game. He got hurt, and I think they kept pulling him out. He only had 7 minutes played in this one. And it proved to, you know, show that we don't have much scoring outside of Jamal Patterson, AJ Starr, and Jamil Aziz. We kind of have to depend on just team basketball. But that obviously didn't work in this game. We shot 34% from the field, 1 of 10 from 3. I'm actually really surprised seeing that Colley's got more playing time, and also Giordano is also playing as well. They're our shooters, and we couldn't get anything. So that's going to do it for this episode. I mean, we're winding down the season in this next episode coming up, and then we'll hop into the conference tournament play. So hit subscribe, hit that like button, stay tuned. Let's get it. Let's go.